Hello YouTube, I'm out here in my backyard still. I'm going to try to talk loud. I don't have an external mic other than what's on the phone. I am setting up my brand new Z-Pax Altaplex tent. First time, never took it out of the package. I may not talk a lot, but here we go. First I want to say I'm amazed at how light this is. Absolutely amazing. I'm using the method that was used by Bigfoot, following Bigfoot. If you look at his videos on how to set up a duplex tent, he has a method, and also Darwin on the Trail made a video about it too, where you put two stakes in and tension the pole in the front, and then you stake the rest of it, and you get a nice tight tent. So, as packed from Z-Pax, I have I haven't opened it yet. So I might do a little fumbling around, figuring it out, because this is the very first time I've opened this. Or set it up. I like the bright neon green lines, so you can see them at night in the dark. They're probably reflective too, I would guess. I bought the titanium hook stakes from Z-Pax from their website. They sell a number of different ones. I may do a heavier one for the front pole. A lot of people recommend using a heavier one because these tend to pull out only on the front pole where the trekking pole is. So all my videos are equipment that I bought that I'm getting ready ultimately to hike the Appalachian Trail in 2029 when I retire. I will retire at the end of 2028 and be hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2029. So for the Altaplex, they recommend you should use a 56-inch pole. This is a pacer pole. These are only made in England. I talked about them on my last video. I extended this at the absolute max, and if I stick it in the ground from the mud shield at the front to the top of this pole is 55 inches. So, yeah. 55? Yeah. So it's close. Slightly shorter. Get off. Get off. My dog is on the tent. That is Macy. I said Nina. I have two dogs. That's Macy. I have to figure out where the front of this is first, having never put it up before. Okay. So I purchased the olive green, I think it is. It's a slightly heavier material. So it's the denier Cuban fiber. It's slightly heavier in the dark green color, and it costs a little bit more, but I wanted a little bit more durable tent. This has to last me until I go on the 18 to 2029 and all the hikes that I'm going to do in between then and now. So I'm going to stake the back two . I'm going to pull those tight. Hope I'm still in camera. They are adjustable. I can tighten them with the strings as well. sure we're nice and snug. I want to go back a little. And then we do the trekking pole in the front stake. So the method that is used by Bigfoot as well as Darwin is you put the back two stakes in, you put your pole in, you pull it tight. You form a triangle off those corners, pull it tight, stake it, and then you stake the rest of the tent. And that'll give you a good, solid, stretched out tent. And that's freestanding. I just stuck the pole in the ground, but I'm going to stake it now. The pole might be a little too far back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my battery died on my phone. I just plugged it in. By the way, that is mounted on my trekking pole. That is my Google Pixel camera on a mount on the end of my trekking pole. I have a Pacer pole, and I bought the mount from Pacer Pole. They sell a mount for the end, which is just a screw mount, and then the clamp mount I bought on Amazon, which actually clamps the camera. Anyway, I got my triangle set up, and now I'm going to stake the corners. I'm pushing him in because I don't want to bend him. My yard is very rocky. There's a lot of shale here. My house is built on a bed of shale. A lot of shale in this area. I can't dig down more than a foot in my yard without hitting solid shale, which is kind of a pain. We got two back stakes. And then I'm going to open the front. And then I'm going to get my sleep stuff and put it inside, and I'm going to get a video of me laying in there. I'm 6'5", by the way. I bought this tent because it says it'll fit somebody up to 6'6". I'm curious to see how well I will fit inside on a sleeping pad with my mummy sleeping bag. So it takes 10 stakes to stake every line, and I'm staking every line because I want it as open as possible inside. It's not supposed to rain. I kind of wish it was. Be a better test of the tent. Front, we should just have the clips that go to the clip in here. And then this tightens. And that creates the vestibule. The other half, a lot of people use clothespins on this, and I probably will. You just put this back and throw a clothespin on it. There is another hook for the other half. You can close the whole front and make a nice vestibule, and you can actually have a lot of room in there to put your stuff in, or leave half open, which a lot of people do. And in which case, that's the only negative to this tent. Oh, I take that back. There's a little hook. See, I'm just learning how to use this. So there's a little hook here. This can hook here and close the tent vestibule in the middle, or you can hook it back here and keep it open. Okay, the next video I'm going to move the camera in. I'm going to put my sleeping stuff in there and we'll see how I fit. Hey YouTube, I'm back inside the tent. I have my son being the cameraman. So I'm 6'5", that is my height. I've stretched the tent out as much as possible to make sure that I'm in here. I'm in a mummy bag. This is an REI 23-degree mummy bag. I'm on a Climate sleep pad. It's an ultralight sleep pad, and I got an inflatable pillow under my head. So you can see my head is pretty close to the end. I moved myself up a little, but I'm not touching. I'm okay, okay? So now my son's going to swing around the bottom. You're going to see my feet. So my feet are in fact barely touching the end. So unfortunately I might get some moisture collecting on my feet at the end of this sleeping bag, unless I scoot up. If I scoot up and my head's close though, I almost touch the other end of the tent. So it's pretty close, it's pretty tight. But I mean, I fit, but chances are I could get wet feet in here. There's one improvement I would tell Z-Packs to make. On either end of this, on the outside, if they put another line with a stake and pulled out the ends of this in the middle, I think it would stretch it more, and I'd have a little bit more room on the ends. You know, they say it's, yes, I would fit in here if I was 6'6" and I'm 6'5". However, with the sleeping bag up on an inflatable sleeping pad, my feet do in fact touch the tent. And this is a single layer tent. You will get condensation and my feet will get wet. I will probably bring a plastic garbage bag or a Dyneema Cuban fiber bag to put over the foot of my sleeping bag, so my feet don't get wet, so it doesn't soak into the sleeping bag at night. But otherwise, I am happy with it. It's not easy to get in a tent of any size when you're 6'5". Perhaps I would fit in a duplex better if I was diagonal. I'm not sure. I can't really say. But I'm happy with the tent as it is, and I'll be using it. So thanks for watching. That is a lightning bug on the outside of my tent. This tent is very translucent and they show up right through it. Here in upstate New York, we do have lightning bugs. Used to catch them when I was a kid and put them in a jar when we were camping. You get about 10 of them in there and watch them blink. Very cool.